And as part of efforts to curb building collapse and ensure adherence to building laws, the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority has engaged stakeholders in the building sector, warning that the state government will not condone lawlessness in the sector and will ensure that all planning permit approvals are obtained.
Professionals in the built industry, real estate developers, senior officials from the Lagos State Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, Lagos State Building Control Agency, the Deputy Chief of Staff, Head of Service, and other key stakeholders have come together for the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority 2025 Stakeholders Engagement. In ensuring planning permit compliance, the Lagos State government is not leaving anyone behind because ignorance is not an excuse for disregarding building permit approvals.
It's very, very surprising that a modern institutions will resolve to be doing illegalities. The position of the laws is very clear regarding physical development in the state. It's very, very clear. There shall be no physical development in any part of Lagos State without approval from the planning authority. That's the position of the law, and it's clear. And severally, our staffs have tried to perform their duties by visiting that area, and they were seriously turned down. In fact, we have on record that some of our staffs are detained for as much as 5 hours under very, very insultive atmosphere. And we were charged by our governor to perform our lawful duty. And we went there. And not just going there, we were able to point out to the headship of that area because it's something that we all can see. A 5-story building called a warehouse. That is calamity in the waiting.
We were at Alaba, and I'm going to use Alaba as a case study because the Honorable Commissioner did mention it. You need to see the massive chunk of land that you have at the trade fair. Over 300 and something hectares of land. And none of the building in that environment has an approval. And we have to plan Lagos. Everything in life is about change. And all of us want change. And everybody is always afraid of that change. The attitude problem of most of us, the professionals, comes in place in this. And I've said it times without number. It is we professionals that have to change the narrative. Because a layman wants to build. He goes out and look for who is going to give an advice. And the only person that can give an advice when it comes to construction are the professionals. And we are talking about the town planners, the architect, the builder, the engineer. We are supposed to know our boundary.
One of the speakers highlights areas that LASPPPA must work on to achieve planning permit rebate in Lagos.
Fortunately for town planners, the lawyers say that ignorance of the law is no excuse. So whether you know what I'm saying or not, ignorance is no excuse. But duty compels us to enlighten people so that we may know. Because even those we think know do not know adequately. I'm sure the goal of the general manager, LASPPPA, will be to turn everyone into a town planner. Because when everyone is a town planner like HOS, then it means you will know what to do per time and you will not destroy the environment. So what's that vision? By the Sustainable Development Goals, we know that Goal 11 is talking about sustainable cities and communities. That's our vision. So when we are being asked to seek for planning permit, it is because we want our environment to be sustainable.
Traditional rulers appeal to individuals to cooperate with government officials while carrying out their duties.
Please, I want to appeal to our people. When you see a government official trying to carry out their duties, please, let them do it. If you have any complaint, there are lots of agencies that you can go to. You can, go and complain, even in the House of Assembly. Go there. You don't need to attack the government officials.
The State Deputy Chief of Staff and the Head of Service urges citizens to obey building laws.
Should we wait for buildings to collapse and then you still blame Lagos State for that building that collapsed? Even though you or the developer were the one that did not collect building approval. But it collapses, they will say it's Lagos State. They say Lagos State, now. But we need to create an atmosphere where, you see, we're going to leave things behind. We need to leave a better Lagos State than we met it. For our children and the sake of our children's children. And the built environment is the most important thing. If you cannot drive through an area safely, where you have to always go, our roads are now bending to adjust to buildings that have come up. It's not supposed to be like that. So I urge you to please maintain order, maintain discipline. We have to maintain discipline in our society. Respect and discipline is what will make the society better.
We want Lagosians not to see the planning permit as a hassle, but as a shared responsibility and a valuable investment of time and resources, a process that enhances safety for lives and properties, boosts the value of your assets, and supports the orderly growth of our cherished city. Sometimes some of us behave as if freedom is equal to lawlessness. And when you have the liberty to not comply to the law, that is your own definition for freedom. But I'll tell you that in modern societies, freedom really means to be able to predict the behavior of an environment by complying with the laws in that environment. So this administration will not condone lawless behaviors in pushing back those that we have sent to enforce the laws that make living good for all of us. Just follow the rules, follow the law, get educated with what our compliance standards are, and you will have peace.
The event was rounded off with the presentation of trophies to secondary school students who participated in the LASPPPA inter-school debate and modeling competition, passing a message to the public to build right and follow all due processes regarding building approvals.